Throughout the history of hip hop, there has always been one constant. You mention Eminem, there's a good chance people are going to talk about it. As we know, the game fired off his shots at Eminem with none other than the Black Slim Shady. Of course, it stirred up a lot of internet controversy, but the one person who has not responded is Eminem to the entire beef. He has been killing game with his silence. But recently, ex-member of G Unit, close friend of 50 Cent, Shady affiliate Tony Yayo has stirred some waves and created some noise when he went on to podcaster, battle rapper extraordinaire, none other than Math Hoffa, had a little discussion with him, and naturally, game came up. So Tony Yayo's got everybody talking. I mean, Yayo's just a very passionate dude. I mean, he's seen a lot. You know, he's been through it. He's been on top. He's had the success of G Unit. You know, he's well tapped into the New York hip-hop scene. So he's got a lot of stories to share. And he's definitely, as he ages, I feel like he just gives a shit less and less. Like, he's not afraid to just tell it like it is and to say what he thinks at the time. So we're going to deep dive into this interview right now.
Fuck, let's stop sugarcoating shit and being bitches in this industry. Niggas is hoes. I'm tired of this shit.
Speak the truth.
No, I'm speaking the truth.
But yeah,
I am.
When
You know niggas supposed to be respectful of who turned the lights on. Wrong or right?
what did 50
Right? Who did M put on? G Unit.
G-Unit.
D12. Slaughterhouse. Joe Buttons and them.
Right.
And Griselda. Come on, nigga. Niggas be acting like niggas are mad at the white boy because he's the black hockey player. Come on, nigga. Yo, his music don't play in the club, so that don't make him the GOAT. What happened to bars, nigga?
I never have an issue.
What happened to bars? What happened to bars? You can't play his music in the club. You can't play Eminem's music in the hood. It's the same argument against Eminem that we always hear. But listen, you want to talk about legacy. You want to talk about what Eminem has contributed to the culture of hip-hop overall. And you can take his music and his musical impact. I mean, because that's a conversation for a whole other day. Let's just put that on the shelf. Let's put that aside. Let's talk about the other people that he has brought along for the ride, the other people that he has given a platform to, and how he has helped to catapult some greats within hip-hop. I'm talking about 50 Cent. I'm talking about the impact that G Unit had. Nothing greater than 50 Cent during his day and his rise. All thanks to Shady. Also, D12. People love D12. Eminem putting on for his locality for Detroit. Griselda. I mean, in an age where mumble rap has risen up, where you have just sort of poppier, more auto-tune type of stuff, the cold-hearted Buffalo MCs, West Side Gun, Conway the Machine, Eminem putting on for them. And let's not forget one of the greatest lyrical groups of all time in Slaughterhouse. I know M and Button have fallen out, but Button definitely took Slaughterhouse. He took that success and he leveraged that and he used it to help grow his own brand and his own podcast, which is a huge voice in hip-hop nowadays. But, you know, Eminem is always looking out for the next dope talent within hip-hop and always trying to give back to the culture just through the people that he has given a greater platform to. Could these people have been successful without him? Yeah, absolutely. But what Eminem has done is he's aware that he's got a very loyal following. He's got a hell of a fan base. And he has taken that spotlight and literally moved it over onto some of these other artists and helped to catapult their careers and let them shine as well. But anyways, let's get back to Yayo.
What happened to bars?
He was the first rapper to shout out
Because I fuck with Eminem since Renegade. And that nigga put me on.
Since Renegade was
nigga, since Renegade.
I was fucking with
when
Eminem
he went bar
since
to bar
fucking,
with. But what I'm saying is he got respect in the hood from Renegade, nigga.
I'm the last man
But at the end of
standing
the day,
that'll drive into the
look.
Grand Canyon, hop out of the Trans Am and land in a handstand, and nigga.
Math knows his Eminem. Math knows his Eminem history.
Future Flavors was playing this
Yo,
nigga.
look,
I was like,
look.
who the fuck is this?
Why do niggas hate Eminem?
Because he's white.
That's
nigga,
it.
It's clear.
He's white.
Now, we got down with Eminem. We done been called house niggas, all this, that. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody in my hood, my family, wore a free Yayo shirt at the Grammys and look out for me, nigga. And Game, no disrespect for him. I remember he was in a little studio. And Trey and them niggas and 50 and them gave him an assist. So you can't say, Kanye did more for me. Game, you mad over the Super Bowl. Just be easy. Let's get the money. Just chill.
I mean, that's
the thing. I mean, Yayo is just dropping from impactful moment to impactful moment. I mean, this is coming from Tony. He's like, what about Renegade? I mean, Renegade did have such a cultural impact. And you got to remember at the time, you know, Jay-Z was definitely at the top. Nas even took Renegade and used that against Jay-Z because the amount of heads that turn when they're like, holy shit, like this white boy here, Eminem, is going toe-to-toe with one of the undisputed greats, and he's holding his own. Like, you can love or hate Eminem, but the one thing you can't take away from him is that renegade verse. You have to at least respect him. And sure, there's going to be people that still say, hey, I like Jay-Z's verse better. I just like the way he was. But there's a lot of people who really like Eminem's verse. But what it did was it definitely turned heads, and it made people appreciate this dude's got talent. And at that time, Eminem was running through some dope features. Don't forget, he had a very dope feature with Biggie we'll have to bring to the channel at some point. Dead Wrong as well. I mean, this is a man who was putting in his grind, who was putting in his time. And listen, Tony puts it best. It's because he's an outsider. Like, there's going to be people who are going to look at him and just judge him because of skin color. They're going to look at him and go, well, you know, what's this white cat doing in hip-hop? He is taking the place of a black artist that could be doing that. And there's definitely thought processes. There's people that have come out and said it on podcasts, people who have attacked Eminem based off of race, which is, to me, very close-minded in terms of what hip-hop has grown and what it's become. Because one of the reasons that hip-hop is so successful today and why it's one of the highest-selling genres of music, thanks to impacts like Eminem's. Because what did Eminem do? He all of a sudden gave a new audience to hip-hop. You know, there was a bunch of white kids out in the burbs who have what? This money to spend, disposable incomes. Now all of a sudden you have a different class of people listening to rap, supporting rap, more money behind it, more money for other artists coming through as they rise up, because it's not like a genre that's fourth or fifth. All of a sudden it's charting at number one. Eminem had a huge impact on that and helped to further grow just the awareness of hip-hop, because all of a sudden kids are listening to rap, they start listening to Eminem, they're like, holy shit, I like this, I need more music like this. Then they go start discovering the Nas's, the Jay-Z's, the other artists. You can comment below if you're one of those, but there's many of them out there, and you have to appreciate the global impact that Eminem has had. And by boxing it in and just making it a race issue, to me, I consider that to just be narrow-minded of the greater impact and the greater game that is being played.
Game, you mad over the Super Bowl. Just be easy. Let's get the money. Just chill.
And there it is. Let's get the money. Game's mad over the Super Bowl. Yeah, West Coast Super Bowl should have been put on for West Coast. Dre was there. Kendrick Lamar was there. Game obviously felt like he should have been there. Eminem said, nope, substitution, 50 Cent, you are in. Let's get this money.
They didn't want you there.
That's what it looked like.
It's cool. That's what it looked like. You scared to say it. See, this niggas pick and choose.
Nobody's scared to say it.
I think Wax 100 said that one time. Then Wax 100 say niggas pick and choose.
Nigga, we got like 20 minutes talking about this shit. Like, this nigga's mad,
niggas pick and choose. 50 turn the lights on for niggas. Because this is how we do. I was in Battery Park looking at the Statue of Liberty, like smoking a joint. Yo, Fifth, you giving this nigga this shit? Nigga ain't even down with the team like that. See, I be telling Fifth be too cool with these niggas, man. I don't even be giving New York, man. We don't be giving a fuck. New York niggas don't give a fuck. Where we at?
See how he was talking on the side, right? You see how he was talking on the side,
I'm like, yo, Fifth, man, you giving this nigga this shit? You tripping,
we good, right?
You know what's funny about this situation? It's very raw, and you can see the passion of Yayo and just how he just tells it like it is. And one of the greatest, most iconic songs of all time, still to this day. This is how we do. That was 50's track. That was 50's concept. That was 50's hook that made that a hit. 50 could have given that to anybody, and it would have blown up. I'm telling you. 50 gave it to Game. As Yayo says, Yayo's like, hey, yo, you going to give it to this dude out on the West Coast? You're not even giving it to the home team. Come on, 50, what are you doing? But the documentary, Dre's production, 50 Cent's hooks, like we talked about, taking the spotlight, shining it on someone else. Can they be successful without it? Sure. Could Game have been successful without 50, without M, without Dre? Sure. But I don't think he would have the same level of success, the same magnitude, the same impact that he had if it wasn't for them. And Yayo was just saying, appreciate it. Give flowers to the ones who helped you get there. Show some respect to those people. Obviously, Yayo sees it in a different way. And then he's got this quote coming up.
This nigga be acting like Matthew is. He's a chess boxer. You gotta watch this battle rap niggas trying to.
He's a battle rapper, man.
The guy. Smoke. Yo, gang. Apologize to 50 and Eminem. Yo, Buck, apologize to 50. Banks, you know what it is. And we can go get this money. Let's get a couple of million. Let's get 30, 40 million. We don't even gotta talk. You stay in your dressing room. You stay over there with Wack and all them. And we stay over here. And we get this money. Let's get a couple of million. We could probably. What you think, Murder? We can run up like cool. Maybe cheating it.
I just want to have a drink with Yayo, man. Just seems like, you know what I'm saying? He's that guy. But there it is. The whole time he's talking to Math, he's talking to this side, but all of a sudden he turns to the camera. He's got that awareness. He knows this is a moment right here. He's going to speak to Game directly. Apologize. Apologize to M. Apologize to 50. And just think about it from a business perspective. Like, Yayo at least strikes me as someone, he can take the emotion out of a situation. He can step outside the box. He can look at it and go, you know what? I'm a businessman at the end of the day. This is a great business opportunity. You know, if we came back together and did some shit, the world would be watching. You were absolutely right, Yayo. But the big question is, would Game ever be willing to put that pride aside and do that? I don't think so. Would M at this point? I don't think so either. But Yayo kind of just being there in the moment. And the thing is, he went on DJ Vlad afterwards, and he kind of apologized to Math because he's like, you know, I'm getting some backlash from this. I hope that Math ends up dropping this. You know, I was blessed to have the opportunity. I enjoyed it, but I just treated it like it was barbershop talk. You know, I was there in the moment. We were drinking. You know, we were just going back and forth, having debates. If I get too passionate, it is what it is. But, you know, I just thought it was good in the moment. I thought it was entertainment at the end of the day. It was a good discussion, and I enjoyed it. And Math, to his credit, did drop it at the end. I'm glad he dropped it. But what do you guys think about Yayo's words, some of his observations on Eminem, him, why people view him the certain way that they do, why they don't give him the credit that he feels like Eminem obviously deserves? Like, why do people not want to talk about the legacy? Why do people not want to talk about the other artists that Eminem puts on? And what's going on with the Game and Eminem situation? Will we ever get a response? I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know, guys. I love you. Subscribe, notifications on if you're here at the end. It really does go a long way. It helps support the channel directly. Stay safe, stay positive. Game on. I'm out.